For so many people, this is going to be the worst day of their lives.
Right now at 6, a shooting outside a Minnesota high school. We're live with what law enforcement is learning.
And cold weather advisories sweeping the area where La Crosse residents can keep warm.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. We start tonight with developing news out of Stewartville, Minnesota. A shooting in the parking lot at the high school.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergit is live on the scene. Allison, give us an update.
Officials confirmed one person is dead, another critically injured after the early morning shooting. Law enforcement rushed to Stewartville High School this morning around 5 a.m. after reports of a shooting. Around 40 students and staff were loading on a bus for a wrestling meet when one gunshot was heard and then another. Officials say a male high school student had been shot and was transported to a Rochester hospital. He's reportedly in critical but stable condition. The adult male shooter was found dead in the parking lot from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Officials don't have a motive or what the relationship was between the shooter and the student.
In times like these, it is important that we come together to support each other. I ask that we show grace and kindness, avoid speculation, and keep supporting one another.
Although law enforcement confirmed there was no additional threat, Stewartville schools chose to cancel classes for the day, but they will reopen on Monday. And as the community looks to find a way forward, officials are calling for compassion. Now, counselors will be available this weekend for students and staff in need of support. Reporting in Stewartville, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Allison. Happening now, bracing for some serious cold. Let's head outside. Dangerously cold temperatures are moving in. We could see temperatures in the single digits and even below zero. So let's send it over to Greg to break it all down.
Yeah, definitely going to be below zero. Wind chills are already below zero in some areas. It's just going to get colder through the weekend. That's what we're dealing with right now. So it is dangerously cold out there, and that's why we have the alert days all the way through about Sunday morning. And then things will drastically improve as we go to next week. So it's not going to last too long. But right now we had some snow earlier with the cold front coming through. The winds are picked up behind it, and that's why we still got 15 to 20 mile per hour winds. Eau Claire, La Crosse, and also Winona a little bit less. But overall temperatures continue to fall. Right now, if you look at this evening, it's just going to be the winds, a little bit of showers earlier, and getting back down to -1 already at 10 p.m. with 19 below wind chill at Eau Claire. Temperatures will stay above zero for La Crosse this evening because cloud cover lingers more, but still wind chills will be in that 10 to 15 below fairly quickly as we get to 10 p.m. as the winds continue. That's your current temperatures, already getting close to zero towards Mankato. There's your little bit of light snow, and there's still a bit of flurry activity out there that will persist, but not expecting any accumulation with it. Your wind chills already seen almost 20-some below at Mankato. Eau Claire's already 6 below there too, so we're starting to see all this activity going on. But there are big changes next week, and we'll kind of break down what those changes mean along with the rest of the weather this weekend coming up a bit later.
All right, thank you very much, Greg. And with the forecasted cold, La Crosse is adjusting its plan for its emergency shelter this weekend.
Yeah, it's opening tomorrow. News 8 Now's Grace Monk is in the newsroom with more details.
Tomorrow morning, the city will open an emergency day center on the north side of La Crosse. With temperatures dropping to dangerous lows this weekend, the city of La Crosse's emergency day shelter is opening up.
We know that those are abnormal temperatures. We want to provide a resource for people in our community that need it.
The shelter is located at 713 St. James Street, opening from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday.
We're anticipating that we can hold up to 40 to 50 people in this space. We averaged last year between 35 and 40 people at any given moment.
The city plans to offer free transportation. Bus Route 6 can be used to get from the downtown transit center and back. McCormick says people can come and go as they please, but for those staying all day, activities and free lunch from the Salvation Army will be available.
We'll have TV or movies going. We're going to have decks of cards and checkers, but we'll also have spaces if people need to get caught up on their rest. They're going to be able to do that here.
The Salvation Army says their shelter is at capacity, but they'll have resources available during the day.
We have been providing coats for people and hats and gloves as well. During our meal times where we serve a lunch out the window, it's offered to each and every person in case they don't have them.
One parent says he's grateful to have access to clothing and shelter during winter.
Being out in the cold, not knowing when you're going to get some clothes or anything is kind of stressful. So it's good to have a place like this where you know you're reliable, you have some extra clothes in your bag, extra food, and somewhere to stay.
Thanks to the Salvation Army, Kelly says his infant son is overly prepared for the cold weather. And for overnight shelter, people can reach out to the Salvation Army or Catholic Charities to see if anything is available. In the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. In the meantime, you can now ice skate at Riverside Park. Rotary Lights says the Chad Erickson skating rink is now open. Free skate rentals are available between 5 and 9 p.m. today, Saturday, and Sunday. If you have your own pair, you can skate anytime. Rotary Lights carriage rides, though, are canceled.
Hey, heads up for drivers in La Crosse. Alternate side parking rules have expired. It went into effect on Wednesday after the area was hit with some serious snow. The city declared a snow emergency at the time, triggering the parking rules. And make sure you have the First Warn weather app on your phone. You can track this weekend's cold and more 24/7.
News 8 follow-up. We now know who the new owners of the Charmant Hotel will be. Last night's Common Council approved the resolution to transfer ownership.
The new owner, Diane Hendricks. Hendricks is considered to be the richest woman in Wisconsin and the state's largest conservative political donor.
The Winter Farmers Market is switching things up starting this weekend. It is moving from the Masonic Center to the La Crosse Center to have space for more vendors. The market will continue to be every other Saturday to accommodate Winona's Market at the Morrison Annex Event Center. The market runs tomorrow at the La Crosse Center from 9 a.m. to noon.
Students walked the stage at Winona State's graduation ceremony today. 2 ceremonies were held this morning and afternoon. Graduating were 5 different colleges. All WSU graduates were invited to ring the commencement bell, a proclamation of their big achievement.
It's been a long year, but a lot of hard work. It all really paid off at the end, so super excited. Had a great time here at Winona State.
Still hasn't hit me that it happened. Just kind of surreal that I'm graduated from college.
Doors opened half an hour before each ceremony and no tickets were required to attend.
Still ahead, new military leadership takes charge as U.S. operations escalate in the Caribbean. What's driving the sudden change?
And $11 million vanished from a Netflix production. How the director of the show was involved. Coming up.
Save big for the holidays with hot deals at Menards. All fresh cut Christmas wreaths are on sale starting at just $12.99. Live poinsettias are only $6.99. Brighten your home with an 18-pack of LED light bulbs, just $4.99 after rebate. A 16-pack of Angel Soft toilet paper is only $9.99 after rebate. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer, plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
More joy, more style, and more savings. That's what you'll find at King Furniture this holiday season. With our incredible stock of inventory, you can always find whatever you need ready for free delivery. And if it's a custom look you want, we have you covered. Shop our selection of England sofas and sectionals and choose from thousands of fabrics and leathers. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. And we'll haul away the old for free. There's no better time to shop at King Furniture.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org. or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
City Brewing Company says they are reducing staff in La Crosse. The company states they're making the change at the facility as they adjust to current marketing conditions. City Brewing says in part, quote, while these changes are necessary for the long-term health of the business, our dedication to serving as a strong and engaged member of the La Crosse community remains unwavering. Tensions between the U.S. and Venezuela are on the rise as the U.S. steps up military actions in the Caribbean.
Erica Brown has the latest details from Capitol Hill.
Air Force Lieutenant General Evan Pettis is now the acting head of U.S. military operations in the Caribbean after the former head of U.S. Southern Command, Admiral Alvin Holsey, retired early Friday. He announced his intentions in October, shortly after U.S. strikes on suspected Venezuelan drug boats began.
The challenges we face are complex, but working together and with our partners, we can and will make a lasting impact.
The leadership change comes as tensions rise between the U.S. and Venezuela. Earlier this week, the U.S. seized control of a crude oil tanker off the Venezuelan coast, with sources saying the administration is planning more seizures.
We're not going to stand by and watch sanctioned vessels sail the seas with black market oil, the proceeds of which will fuel narco-terrorism of rogue and illegitimate regimes around the world.
Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, called the seizure an act of piracy and has vowed to protect tankers exporting Venezuelan oil. Here on Capitol Hill, some lawmakers have criticized the oil tanker seizure as the White House pledges more military action against Venezuela.
We'll start that on land, too. It's going to be starting on land pretty soon.
The administration is also taking steps against Maduro's family, announcing new sanctions targeting 3 of Maduro's nephews, a businessman affiliated with him, and 6 shipping companies operating in the country's oil sector. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
The nation's top historic preservation group is suing the Trump administration. It's seeking to block construction of the new White House ballroom until review boards weigh in on the project. The group is asking a federal court to halt further activity until the administration complies with review processes, including a public comment period.
Film director Carl Rinsch has been convicted of defrauding Netflix of $11 million. Rinsch was charged with wire fraud, money laundering, and making illegal transactions. Prosecutors say he misused production funds for the series White Horse, which was never finished. They argued he hid his motives for obtaining the money and went on a lavish spending spree. Rinsch testified the purchases were legitimate and tied to season 2 planning, but Netflix said it hadn't ordered a second season and the first was far from complete. His sentencing is set for April. And the Powerball jackpot is once again over $1 billion.
It marks the 7th largest in the game's history. The one-time payout, an estimated $461 million. The next drawing is tomorrow night.
We'll have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we got bitterly cold temperatures this weekend, but good news, if you want milder conditions, we have it coming next week when we're going to go above freezing. We'll break all that down coming up on your first warm weather update after the break.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. West Mex meals start at just $5, only at Taco John's.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend. So happy together. And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
During Chevy Red Tag, get 0% financing on this Silverado. That's over $6,900 total value. Plus, Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
I lost my son to an accidental drug overdose. This is why we created the George Ford Recovery Foundation, to champion drug use awareness, funding, and solutions so we don't lose any more kids. You know, there's an effective, simple solution. Narcan kits help save lives in seconds. They're required in schools in many states, but sadly, not in Wisconsin. To save a child's life, please sign a petition at NarcanForSchools.com.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Christmas sale is going on now, and that means unbeatable value on unique gifts and festive favorites to celebrate the season your way. Like these holiday food storage sets, $2.99, 40% off select Columbia fleece. These DeWalt screwdriver sets, $19.99. Automotive interior accessories are buy two, get one free. Plus, now through Saturday, rewards members get a free $10 gift card for every $100 spent. Wrap up your holiday shopping for less. Only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Find happiness. Find something familiar and new. Find connection. Find culture. Find community. Find yourself at the La Crosse Symphony.
Get your tickets now for Holiday Glories on December 20th. Sponsored by Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning and Hale Skemp, Hansen Skemp and Slike at lacrossesymphony.org.
Beef dreams to be slow roasted by Arby's, tossed in hickory barbecue sauce, and sold 2 for $6. Who are you to deny dreams? Arby's, we have the meat.
Yeah, we definitely have cold conditions, bitterly cold this weekend. There's one opportunity if you do have travel plans to Iowa where we could pick up a little bit of light snow tomorrow morning. There's another system that's going to slide southeast, stay well south of the area, but as you note here, we'll have a lot of cloud cover for areas south of I-90 for tomorrow morning, helping to keep the temperatures from dropping too far. But you notice a little bit of light snow just west of Decorah. I think it will see a little bit of that come at least up close to some areas along the Wisconsin River, adjacent areas in Iowa to have a little bit of light snow or flurries. It won't amount to too much, but something out there. It'll then kind of pass through the area and be out of here by morning with a little bit more afternoon sunshine. You see the clouds begin to break up in the afternoon Saturday. So that's why we'll have some cloud cover overhead for Saturday and less as we go into Saturday morning. That won't be just, once again, just some light snow out there. We've had a little bit of light snow here too with the front coming through, but the bigger story behind the front, pretty much now there's your wind chills currently right now, all well below zero as you go further west. In the teens, even 20 belows too, as that wind is pretty gusty right now and temperatures continue to fall. Still a lot of cloud cover out there, a little bit fewer breaks as you go further north and east, but cloud cover will be in the play at least for part of the night. We'll see some partial clearing for areas north. So overall, the big story on this Arctic air is plunging south with a good snowpack in place. It's easy to get these temperatures to fall well below zero, just depends on the cloud cover. This will come through here. You see this is a 3D look at it right now of that basically cold air. The purple, even dark purple blue indicates even coldest temps. As you get further west, you can see the colors change. That's more milder air. This is going to dive southeast this weekend, push east quickly as we get towards Sunday, but notice to the west, the winds turn around and that warmer, milder Pacific air begins to pull all the way to the north. That's going to kind of bend over and then push into our area Monday, Tuesday, so we're going to warm up. And then even after that, by Wednesday, we might see a stronger push of conditions too. You can see the warm air begin to pull north with the southwest flow too at the surface. So that's definitely going to help us warm up next week with the storm track staying predominantly to the north. So a bigger change next week, and we'll get to that in a second. But for the weekend, obviously, the cold conditions continue. 30 below wind chills at times, and temperatures going into Sunday morning could go as far as 20 below or even colder. Just depends on how cloud cover plays out. Cold weather advisories, these are out for if temperatures or wind chills are 30 below. In this case, it's going to be the wind chills. This goes also through Sunday morning. Once again, exposed skins could be frostbite in about 30 minutes. Wind chills overall as you wake up tomorrow morning. The temperatures will be in single digits to maybe some teens, but the wind will be the strongest right now for the weekend tonight going in through tomorrow morning. So you could see wind chills at 25 to 30 below, especially as you go further north where they will be a little bit colder with temperatures. Tomorrow, as overall, you'll be in that 15 to maybe 25 range at times. A lot of area probably be 15 to 20 once again. And then going into Sunday morning, lighter winds, but a lot of areas will see the coldest temperatures. So that'll keep the wind chills probably down in that 25 to 30 below. Overnight lows, there more cloud cover further south. Keep us in the single digits, below zero further north. We're going to be in the teens. And then tomorrow, struggling to get above zero in most areas. There will be more clouds in the morning, a little bit more sunshine in the afternoon. Won't help much with temperatures. And then Sunday, really, this is when the temperatures bottom out pretty quickly. Lighter winds, clearing skies will be in the teens, and potentially some of these colder areas could be in the 20 below. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. And then Sunday, a little bit warmer, a couple degrees from what we see for Saturday. But that is the end of the cold because Sunday night, the temperatures start climbing, and this is your highs for Monday, back in the mid to upper teens. We will have some breezy conditions in the morning, so a little bit of a wind chill going on as the system passes to our north. But that's just the start of a mild or at least seasonable week going ahead as we get temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. Snow cover may play a factor in not allowing us to get too much warmer. If we were no snow on the ground, I'm sure we'd be in the 40s by this point. But as you look towards most of next week, we're going to stay right around freezing for most of that week. So big change coming up next week. But this weekend, obviously, it's going to be cold.
Absolutely.
Crank the heaters.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, a Texas-sized throwdown. The Badger volleyball team looks to keep their season alive. Highlights and post-match reaction from the Sweet 16 clash with the #2 team in the regional. Jacob is next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
What if buying a car felt easy? At Maury's Auto Group, it does. With Maury's Best Price First, there's no haggling, no hassle, just upfront, honest pricing. And with Maury's team, you get guidance, not pressure. You always get more with Maury's. More help, more clarity, and more value. Visit any Maury's Auto Group dealership now through December 13th and get an instant $500 trade-in bonus on your new car purchase during our Joy of Savings event. Or go to Maury'sAuto.com and get more with Maury's.
At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, our warehouses are overflowing with items ready for delivery. Bedrooms, sofas, kitchen and dining, it's all in stock. On top of sale prices, if it's in our warehouse, you can take an extra $100 off items over $1,000, $200 off items over $3,000, or $300 off items over $6,000. If it's in stock, save even more. But these discounts won't last. Shop Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, voted your favorite furniture store.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
We're here at A1 Vacuum Sales and Service to tell you about the great vacuums you can get for your home today. Oh, look, it's Lance, the new owner of A1 himself.
I don't do interviews, I do vacuums. At A1 Vacuum, we care about reliable products and service, and that hasn't changed with the new ownership. Our vacuums clean deeper and are built to last. We carry vacuums from all the top brands and can service any make and model.
Stop in, see the changes to A1 Vacuum today.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, after a couple sweeps at the field house in the first two rounds of the NCAA tournament a week ago, the Badgers looking to get a win down in Texas today with a matchup in a team that's historically had their number with a spot in the Elite Eight on the line. Badgers looking for their first win over Stanford in program history. How about sisters Lizzie and Alicia Andrew going head-to-head? All right, early first set action. Badgers extend their lead to 3 thanks to the wind-up and put-down courtesy of Carter Booth in the middle. And later in the opening game, one of Wisconsin's stars, Charlie Furbringer, catches the defense sleeping with the dump into enemy territory. Wisconsin wins the first set 25-17. Cardinal would rally and take the second set, but then in the third, a big play here, libero Kristen Simon draws the Badgers even with a pass that turns into a point. Bucky takes the third, then on match point after a long rally. Coming up here, Grace Egan will put the finishing touches on this one as the block lands out of play, and Wisconsin will take on Texas in the regional final as they defeat Stanford for the first time in program history in 4 sets.
We continue to play point by point, and that is so important when you're playing an elite team. Is flushing what just happened, be where your feet are. And I thought we did a really good job with that.
I played my postseason in the field house, and I knew that's the environment I wanted to play in. I want to get in these big games and be competitive and play with a group of girls that want to win, that need to win. And I think our team is doing just that. I think we're gelling at the right time, and we're gaining so much momentum, and there's so much trust. And this team is just really, really good.
Really, really good indeed. Now they'll take on another fantastic team on Sunday, Texas, for a spot in the Final Four. Former Michigan head football coach Sharon Moore faces a felony and 2 misdemeanor charges following his arraignment earlier this afternoon. Moore had been accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, which led to the university firing him on Wednesday. After he was fired, he then broke into the home belonging to a Michigan football staff member and put a knife to his own throat before he ran off. Moore was later detained by police and booked at the Washtenaw County Jail. And the first winner of the News 8 Play of the Week for the 2025-26 winter sports season is Colton Peterson of Viroqua, the junior sharpshooter, pulling up from way downtown. That's just one of his 6 trifectas in a big win over Prairie du Chien. Baroque off to a 3-1 start on the young season so far. Big congratulations going out to Colton. Awesome win for him. But guys, how about the performance from the Badgers down in your neck of the woods?
Yeah.
A big game with the Longhorns coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, Texas always a good volleyball program, and this is about the time where Wisconsin volleyball is might have a title shot, or this is where they usually get eliminated.
Could be. That time yet has not been released for that game yet, so hopefully Cade will have that information tomorrow for everybody because it's going to be a good one. Not going to want to miss it.
Oh yeah, that could be a 5-setter. Thanks, Jacob.
Okay, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Happy holidays from News 8 Now.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 this Saturday and Sunday. That's a 30-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend in store and online. Saturday and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
In the spirit of the season, Fleet Farm's giving out extra rewards in a special Buy More, Earn More event. All Fleet Rewards members will earn bonus rewards on qualifying purchases for the entire family, December 11th through the 17th. Earn $10 when you spend $100. Earn $25 when you spend $200. And earn $50 in rewards when you spend $350. Membership's free. Sign up in-store or online. And get 7 days of bonus holiday rewards at Fleet Farm's Buy More, Earn More event. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
The Medicare open enrollment has now ended, but if your plan is being canceled, don't worry. You have until December 31st to find a new plan. At Strive Medicare, we bring over 40 years of experience working with Medicare plans. Let our trusted local team guide you to the coverage you deserve.
We came to Strive Medicare and everything was taken care of. A seamless experience.
We're conveniently located inside the Social Security building in downtown La Crosse.
Call Strive Medicare today. We're here to help every step of the way.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 this Saturday and Sunday. That's a 30-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend in store and online. Saturday and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Okay, those are the overnight lows tonight. Wind chills could be 25 to 30 below, especially as you go further north. We do have cloud cover that'll help keep the temperatures not quite as cold south of I-90. And tomorrow's highs barely above 0 further south. You're further north, you'll likely stay below 0 all day. We got one more cold day Sunday, and then next week, totally different story. Back in the mid, maybe even upper 30s as we get more mild air overhead. So definitely a different week coming up.
A welcome week coming up after what we're about to go through, for sure.
Absolutely. All right, thanks for joining us at 6.
And we'll see you tonight at 10.